All right, guys, so here we go. So let's start with our first entrances. All right, so how are you guys doing? First of all, are you doing great? Just let me know in the chat if you can hear the sound, the music, everything is fine. Just let me do one thing here, like this. All right, now I hope you can hear the song. So let me put it a little bit higher. Perfect. All right. So let's start. The first one that we're going to do here, it's GBP USD. Okay, so we're going to buy at exactly 10 a.m. All right, that's gonna be our first one. So we're gonna buy GBP at 10 a.m. All right, the current payout here is 91%. Okay, so as you can see here, it's a little bit risky, but we're going to buy it anyways. All right, so it's 1 minute to finish this candle right here. I'm gonna set a few things up here. All right, so first of all, I'm gonna select here candles to M5. All right, that's the first thing that I should do. And the second thing, of course, is put it here $50. All right, so that's the second thing I should do. So as I said, my payout here, it's 91%. Okay, we still have a minute to go, so we're just gonna wait here. But the payout seems pretty good, seems pretty fine. All right, so by the way, we could start with Australian Japanese. All right, that's one of the signals that actually are going to appear there in the Telegram channel. But the current payout here, it's not that good. Okay, so it's not worth our time basically. So we still have 40 seconds. So don't forget GBP US dollars. We're going to buy at exactly 10 a.m. All right, so that's what we're going to do. So 30 seconds for now. Let's just wait a few seconds and buy. Okay, so I'm gonna keep my hand on the mouse here. All right, and let's see if today we have more luck than yesterday and we don't have any losses. All right, so all right, so by the way, let me put it here on the open trades. Let me close it here. Actually, no, I did something wrong. Okay, really quick, let me put it here. All right, okay, so bye. So by the way, I did something a little bit wrong here. Okay, it was a little seconds behind, so 5 seconds behind. Something happened here on my screen, but we're still fine. I guess we still look fine there. So let's just wait a few seconds. And let's check it out, by the way, some of the news that we do have for now. Okay, so by the way, we still have 4 minutes and 20 seconds, and let's go. Let's take a look on our first one. Let me, by the way, let me just reduce here the size of the image. Right here, it's good, seems fine. All right, so former owner of Starbucks, South Rock, has a judicial recovery plan approved by the court. That's interesting because basically Starbucks was having a problem with this former owner, right? So he did actually put them in the he sued actually the brand Starbucks, right? So interesting. They actually even changed the logo a little bit. It's like slightly different, but it's still, yeah, it still looked the same. So some people even didn't notice. But nice. Okay, so by the way, let me just check a few things here. Something that you should remind is every time that you make an entrance, just go right here and excuse me, and just select here Gale 1. Okay, just in case we have to use it. All right, we still have 3 minutes, so that should be fine, right? So again, here we had a little bit of a technical problem, so that's why I'm 5 seconds behind the actual candle. Okay, so yeah, that might be good, that might be bad. Okay, but I'm 5 seconds behind. All right, so all right, let's see and let's wait what happens with this candle right here. So let me put it on the open. As you can see, I still have 91%, and it's gonna give us let's see how it's gonna give us, but I guess it's going to be 45. That's it. So $45, it's gonna be our payout, our profit. Okay, So let's just wait. We still have 2 minutes and a half. Pretty good so far. After this one, by the way, which one we're gonna go? Let me take a look. I guess we're going to GBPCHF. Okay, I think. Actually, no, forget it. We're not going to GBPCHF. We're going to Euro Japanese Yen. Okay, that's where we're going. So that's our next signal. If everything goes right here, of course. All right. If nothing goes right here, for example, let's say I have to use Gale or Gale 2, then we're gonna decide together what's gonna be our next entrance. Okay, so let's just wait and see. But so far, it seems like a good attempt here. All right, so we still have a red candle, but so far so good. All right, from the options that we did have, it seemed like the best one, even though if we have to use Gale. Okay, so let's just wait a little seconds. 1 minute and a half now. So far okay. So 1 minute and 20 seconds. Let's just wait. And by the way, while we wait, just let me know if you can hear me fine, if everything sounds fine. And we're going to take a look on our next news just before we wait for that signal. Okay, so actually after. Right, so let's just wait the signal to finish, and then we're gonna take a look on our next news while we wait for the next entrance. So by the way, I think this case here might need a Gale, okay, which is gonna be $100. All right, exactly 10:05. All right, so that's gonna be at exactly 10:05. All right. So let's just wait and see what's gonna happen here. So far it seems like it's in the same zone. All right, so if it's in the same zone, I feel like we do have actually a good chance here. All right, so since it's a big payout, it's seems like it looks fine. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so I'm just gonna buy right there. As you can see, we have a delay, okay, by the coverage, but that's all right. So right now we are in time, so that's perfect. Now we're in sync. We just apply Gale 1, okay, so perfect. We just fixed the first problem that we did have. All right, so all right, let's just wait for 4 more minutes, and let's take a look on our next news that we do have. So every entrance that we do, we're just gonna look at some news here. Okay, so all right, so this is from political terms. So could Trump really try a third term? So for those that don't know actually what we're talking about here, Trump actually talked about doing a third term, which in some countries is actually pretty common, right? But in the United States, actually the president can only do 2 terms, right? So he can get elected twice, but that's the end of the career. He turns into ineligible again. But Trump is actually talking about changing that. Nothing is actually happening, but yeah, he's talking about it, like some ways that he actually could do that, but no one knows yet if he's actually going to do that or not. Okay, but interesting. All right, interesting. Let's take it off, this one from the screen here, and let's wait for our signal. We still have 3 minutes here to go. So far it seems like this candle is going to turn out to be a green candle, so I guess we don't have much to worry about. All right, so we still have 3 minutes to go here, not 3 minutes and 30 seconds anymore. So every time that we do, by the way, one of those entrances, it looks like an eternity, right? Because we're just waiting for the the result here. But yeah, I know how that is, but don't worry, just relax, just make your entrance based on the signal, whatever signal you have. If you have a signal for the group, for example, just pay attention to those details. Candles on M5, 5 minutes right up there. select your amount, and of course just keep an eye on the graphic, because if you need to use Gale, for example, just double your amount. So for example, right here, let me prepare to Gale 2. If I am in Gale 1, just prepare to Gale 2 just in case, okay? Doesn't mean that you're gonna have to use it. It's not like you're sinking it or something like that. You're just preparing, you know? You're just preventing that you don't do like in the last second, okay? And then you kind of like miss the candle, alright? So currently we still have 2 minutes to go. So far so good, looks okay. So in this case right here, we're gonna have $91 as a payout. So we're gonna have 41 basically as a profit, okay? So in total will be $41, all right? So let's just hope that we do have actually a win here on Gale 1, because then we have $41 in profit and it's still worth it, right? Usually when we go to Gale 2, for example, it's still worth it, of course, because you don't lose everything that you just made an entrance, but at the same time, usually the profit is like too low, you know, it's like $20 if, right? If it's in a good day. But in this case here, Gale 1, it's perfectly fine. You know, you just recover the money that you invested the first time, and then of course you still have some profit, okay? By the way, you can see, but when you see those trades, the open trades, you can see the option to roll over, okay? That means basically to extend your time, right? So basically your entrance extends to the other candle, right? And the other option is to double up, right? So you have basically 4 minutes to double up. Until the last minute you cannot double up anymore, but I don't recommend, okay? I don't recommend, because things might change in the last second and you might lose actually the double of the amount that you was predicted, okay? Unless of course you still have more to invest, all right? So 10 seconds to go here, and let's wait and see what's gonna be the next entrance. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect, we do have a win. So it is exactly 10 hours and 10 minutes. We do have a win. So perfect, so far so good. All right, so where are we going next? I guess a good payout right now, it would be, of course, to stay here on GBP US dollars, but at the same time, I feel that we do have actually better options right there. So yeah, let's take a look here. So GBP CHF, okay, so let's take a look here. First of all, GBP CHF, what do we have here? All right, so as you can see, I did mark a few zones. So right now this one is going down from that zone, right? So the price is actually lowering more than the predicted. It would be a chance to buy here, but that would be in a few minutes, all right? I wouldn't do it right now, to be honest, completely honest. I wouldn't do it right now, all right? So yeah, let's just wait a little bit and see what happens here to this signal, all right? Let's just go back here to the GBP USD, and let's still like take a look here. We still have one more entrance here to go, but I don't think we're gonna do this here. So maybe Euro Japanese. Let's see, Euro Japanese, it's the other one that we have. So Euro Japanese, all right, seems like a good place. It's still in the same area, all right, as the beginning, which is a good thing, all right. By the way, one of the moving averages that I do use here that you can ask, I do use the moving average SMA 22, all right, and the same one, SMA 96, okay, and also this one that is right down here, which is the MAC 3 2610, all right. Basically you can see all of the points and ups and down, all right, along the time, and it can help you a lot actually to notice at the time that it happened, okay. So for example, we did have a peak around here at 6, right? And you can see the same thing here on the graphic above, right? So it's a good thing for you to notice also. At this peak happened right now, right, at 9:44. This peak happened when, let's see, so this one happened at 6, right? And that's the same time that is right here. So it's a good thing to just check it out what you actually doing. So far, I think you're going to the GBPC HF since it's a good opportunity to buy. Seems like it's going to return to that price point. So we're just gonna let it here, all right? So I think this is gonna be the next one that we're gonna do, all right? So, okay, let's take a look on our next news that we do have right here. So, all right, the second one, not about Trump anymore. So, are you going to fly? Airbus needs to run to hit ambitious delivery target. Okay, so by the way, I think this article is talking about the brand Airbus, right? And they're trying to hit a mark, something like that, about a billion trillion passages or something like that. I'm not sure what is it, but I think it's about passengers and not like miles or trips. I think it's something like that, but I'm not sure. But something interesting to check it out. So by the way, let's just check one of our investors daily. So all right, this one, futures stock inch higher into Trump tariffs, Tesla deliveries due. So yeah, that's one of the things that I heard too, that a lot of people that actually bought Teslas, right, they ordered, they didn't receive yet the Teslas, and I'm not sure exactly what's happening. I don't know if they actually explain what's happening, but yeah, that is actually happening. So people are still expecting for their new Teslas, all right? But yeah, still the same thing. So by the way, let's go right back here to pocket option, and as you guys can see, it didn't change much from the scenario, right? The price is still going up, all right, here in the GBP CHF, but the Euro Japanese is still the same, $74. It's not $74, 74%. So yeah, I don't know. And right here, the GBP CHF still the same, 82% of a payout. Fine, it's perfect. I'm not complaining, by the way. The only bad one actually that we do have here is the Australian Japanese, right? So if we actually take a look here, it's a really bad payout. 59%, not good at all. Let's take a look on the Euro USD. It also have a big payout. But yeah, as you can see, the price is going way too up from the point that we expected. So not a good thing, okay? So every time that you enter a signal and you see something like this, for example, like the price just going up and you don't know where it's going, don't do anything, all right? Just move on and try something else, all right? I guess that's the best option for you to do here. But yeah, all right. So I think, actually, I guess right here it's gonna be our best option to just go to GBP CHF because it's the biggest payout, okay? The biggest payout, and also, yeah, it seems like it's going back to that price. So to that zone right here. So it tends to happen that probably it's gonna oscillate here, but if it comes the time for us to make an entrance right here and the price is still right here, I think I'm going to the Euro Japanese yen. All right, I think that's what I'm going to do, but let's just wait and see what's happened. Okay, so okay, let me take a look here on our next one. So the same one from the Investors Business Daily. Johnson & Johnson's stock dives on failed bankruptcy plan. I didn't heard of that. So interesting, interesting. So yeah, it's the stocks, of course, but it's a really big company. So I'm not sure why exactly, what they exactly talking about, but I'm sure it's in a specific part of the company or something like that. But yeah, interesting. But yeah, a lot of companies are actually going through that because of the tariffs. I guess it's everything like interconnected. So interesting, interesting, very interesting. All right, let me take a look here, and let's move on to the rest. Okay, so let's take a look on the Euro Japanese yen. So Euro Japanese yen. Yeah. Okay. Seems like a good option too. But you see the price is still going up. I'm not sure if that's going to be reality, right? To be honest. But let's just wait. Let's just wait and see if that's going to be reality or not. Okay. Let's just take a look on that. Okay, so I don't know what happened, but I had to fix it. So we did have a little bit of a delay here, but that's okay. That should be fine. So by the way, if we're going to the GBP CHF, since nothing changed, actually the only thing that changed right there was the GBP USD. Okay, it was 91%, but right now it's 87, as you can see. All right, so yeah, 87, and of course, it didn't change the GBP CHF, which was the one that we were actually talking about it. And of course, Euro Japanese still look the same. The payout is still 74%, but we're going to make an entrance at 10:30 in some of them. Okay, not sure which one actually. So I think it's gonna be CHF, GBP CHF, not Euro Japanese. All right, but let's check it out. Let's see which one is less risky. But this one is a little bit too low here. The price, of course, tend to go back here to that zone, but I'm not sure. I wouldn't do anything from now, but let's see. Let's just wait and see. I think the best option for us here, it's going to be the Euro Japanese yen. All right, so that's going to be at exactly 10:30. So let's just wait and see. Okay, by the way, let me just put it right here, the next one, and let's check it out. So our next news is Intel stock. So a new CEO outlines recovery strategy. Wall Street remains cautious. So I'm not sure what they're talking about actually. Intel? Yeah, oh yeah, Intel, of course. So the chips, the processor chips. All right, okay, interesting. I guess it's still the main one, right? Maybe AMD was surpassing on sales, not sure about that, by the way, but I heard something like that. That AMD was the biggest, actually, that they were selling more than Intel. But as I know of course, I don't know much about Intel, but as I know it, it's the most common chip actually used on the world, right? As a processor chip. So yeah, all right. By the way, still the same thing here. So GBP CHF still 82%. Euro Japanese still 40, not 40, 74. And yeah, the only one that actually changed was the GBP USD. So that was the last one that we did have. But all right, so let's just wait for 10:30 and let's make an entrance on that. Okay, so at 10:30 we're going to make an entrance in, I think it's I'm sure right now it's going to be Euro Japanese yen. Okay, I'm not gonna even bother to take a look on GBP CHF anymore, so we're gonna do at Euro Japanese yen. Okay, so that's gonna be our one. All right, Euro Japanese yen for sure. I don't think CBP GBP CHF is a good option here, honestly, because yeah, if you really take a look here, it's gonna be, by the way, the next candle after this one. So after this one, we're gonna have our last candle before we actually make an entrance. All right, so it's gonna be our second entrance, by the way. So our second entrance, but the price is still off the line, so not a good option. We're just going here to Euro Japanese yen, and here we're gonna do something. All right, so the price is still going down. We're just gonna wait a little bit, and then we're gonna make an entrance on Euro Japanese. Okay, so let's take a look on something else that we do have for today. Let me take a look here. The fourth one. Okay, let me just put it a little bit bigger. So Apple and Musk enter a collision course with their plans to expand satellite networks. So yeah, interesting. Oh, by the way, like I think I've seen something like related to that. So basically, Starlink and Apple, like they are doing like this. Yeah, they call it like a collision, but basically they're expanding their services, right? So you can have access like to internet through Apple, you know. And even though now you can see other companies from Elon Musk, for example, like Twitter, right? The X. So the X is actually promoting Apple now. So Apple is actually advertising on Twitter, on X. And since that happens, that suggests that might be kind of a, a friendly relationship between those companies, X, of course, and Apple. But let's see if that's gonna come up like on a true thing, right? So basically, if you really think about it, like if Apple really collided with SpaceX or Starlink, it would be a great thing, right? So any place that you go, you have internet on your phone just based on satellite signals. Pretty interesting. So it's gonna be at the end of this candle, by the way. Let's just take a look here on the GBP CHF. So the price is still going down. We're definitely not gonna make an entrance here. We're gonna go here. Okay, so let me prepare myself. It's gonna be $50. 5 minutes here. Okay, so don't forget to select 5 minutes here, and of course candles 2M5. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. Let me zoom out again. And all right, so let's just wait. We still have 3 more minutes to go. So right here on Euro Japanese yen, we're going to buy at 10:30. Okay, so 10:30, just remember that's UTC minus 3, but that means that it's 30 something 30 in your country. Okay, so at the 30-minute mark, we're going to buy Euro Japanese yen. All right, so the price is actually going down right now. And if the price goes down, it's a good thing because basically suggests that the next candle it's going to be growing up. All right. Yeah, of course, if this candles, for example, like just goes up a lot, it's not a good sign, right, for us to just put our money here. So let's just go back right here. I'm kind of intrigued of what's happening here. So the price is actually going back here, but still not a good time to make any type of investment here. Okay, definitely not a good time. We still have 2 minutes to go. I do have some suns here, which is good, pretty good. Some sun. So let's see. Okay, so far so good. A minute and 50 seconds, and we're going to buy. By the way, let me just check on this song. It seems it's a little bit too loud, so let me put here 36. Perfect. All right, a minute and a half, and we're going to buy. So I'm gonna let my mouse right there. Minute and a half now. Let's just wait and see what's happened. So by the way, yeah, I think everything seems fine here. Would you make the same choice if you actually go right here? I'm just gonna go really quick, but if you go right here to the GBP CHF and take a look on what's happening right there, would you make the same choices I'm making right here to just go to the safer one, or would you go to the biggest payout one? Good question, right? I don't know. Maybe in a different situation in another day I would do a different choice. Not sure. But yeah. So I think the price here tends to go up, and that's why I'm choosing to buy Euro Japanese Yen. Okay. So Euro JPY. So we still have 30 seconds. The candle is turning red, which is good. Okay. That means that probably you have more chances of this price coming up for the next candle. Okay, that's a good sign. Even though if this candle turns a little bit green, that's a good one. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bought. So just bought. So as you can see, the candle is a little bit green on the beginning, but I did at the same time, right? So why is the candle right here? I'm not sure why this candle started right here, but anyways, so that was definitely a bug. Okay, that was definitely a bug. I hope that doesn't damage us on what we're doing. Okay, so price level reached on GBP. Okay, got it. Nice. Okay, so that's gonna give us $37 of profit. Not perfect, but still decent, pretty decent, right? We still have 4 minutes to go, so far so good. I don't think we're gonna have any problems here, honestly. I really don't. And according to the rest that we're gonna do, I guess the next one is going to be the GBP CHF, and then we're gonna put in proof what we've done so far. So yeah, so after this one we're gonna decide which one is actually better. We're gonna have about 10 minutes to decide that. So yeah, I think it's not gonna be a problem. So let's just hope that the GBP CHF just stabilize for the moment, and we're gonna go to that signal. If not, yeah, we're not going back to GBP USD, I guess. But yeah, so we have a ton of options today, and let's just see which one is better for the situation that we are now. So 3 minutes to go. So far so good, nothing to complain, honestly. And of course, let's take a look on the next news that we have here. So it's gonna be this one. All right. So this is from Financial Times. So U.S. equities. Investors on edge as Trump moves to apply new tariffs. Again, about tariffs. Then we have another one. UK companies. Raspberry Pi profits, or maybe Pi, Raspberry Pi maybe. Profits drop in first results since IPO. Interesting. I didn't even know that it was a UK company, Raspberry, honestly. But interesting, pretty interesting. How many minutes we have? So we still have 2 minutes and a half. Pretty fine. Seems like a win in the first candle, so far so good. Doesn't seem like we're gonna have any trouble here. So 2 minutes to go. And let's just be careful with our next signal. So our next one, yeah, I think we're gonna have to go to GBP CHF. We're not gonna escape that. That's kind of the only option we have. But yeah, we can also wait just 15 minutes and just go to Euro USD, which is also a good option. But let's check it out. So let's check that out. If it's a good option, we're just going there. Okay, so a minute and a half, $50 to go. Let's just wait and see. Wait and see what happens. So a minute and 20 seconds. So far so good, seems fine. And of course, the payout is still the same, by the way. 74% didn't change a percentage here. You see, you still have the option here to double up. Of course, I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, $37 in profit here, which is good. Good. Not perfect, but yeah, good. It's the ideal situation, let's say. We cannot complain here because it's probably going to be a win in the first candle. By the way, let me just prepare Gale here just in case. Of course, I'm confident, but just in case, let's just prepare it. So, 30 seconds to go. So far, so good. I don't think we're going to have any trouble here. Of course, things might change on the last second, but I don't think it's going to be this case here. Sometimes when I'm talking this, seems like I'm talking thus. I do have this accent. So yeah, 10 seconds to go. The candle might seem a little bit lowering the price. I hope nothing happens here, but let me just keep my hand on the mouse. Perfect. So $87, that's a win. No trouble here. All right, perfect. So what we have now, so we do have two options here. Okay, so we can wait for 10 minutes and go here on the GBP CHF. The price seems to be recovering right now, right, which is good. Means that probably in 10 minutes the price will be stabilized right here again. Good. Okay, good. Or we can just wait 15 and go to Euro USD, which is going to be our third one. So we're still going to have two more after the third one. Actually, we still have 3 more to go. Okay, so we just did our second trade. Okay, right here the price is also going above the predicted, which is not good. Not good. The price tends to return to that zone. That's the thing. So the price is going off that zone, right? So since it's going off to that zone, honestly, don't think it's a good idea here. Of course, here we still have more 2 candles to go. Actually, yeah. So this candle, then another one, and then another one. So yeah, I have actually 3 candles here. Of course, here the situation might change, but still, what we would do here, it was to sell. Okay, so we were going to sell Euro USD at 10.50. Okay, of course, if the price stays at this point right here, it's a good option for us to sell because probably the price is going back to this point, and for that happening, you have to go down, right? So yeah, it's a good option. It's kind of like a predictable option here, but of course the price can still continue to grow. And the GBP CHF, we do have good news. It's still back on the zone. Okay, still back on the same zone. So it's pretty volatile here, but it seems like a great option for us at 10:45. We still have one more candle after this one, so let's analyze that candle and see if it's a good option or not. If it's not, we're just going to the Euro USD, alright, as our third entrance. So we're just peeking right now at our third entrance, and yeah, let's just see. I think so far so good. So yeah, let's just wait for this candle to finish and see where it goes. But let's just hope that it doesn't grow back to the zone, you know. Let's just hope the price stabilizes right there, or at least like at least inside the zone. Inside the zone is okay. If the price just stays right here, it's a good thing, okay? Because probably it's just going to recover in the next few candles. So yeah, we still have a lot of big chances here. The price, by the way, not the price, the payout is still 82%, which is good, fine, pretty fine. So I'm just setting my amount here to $50, which is the average that I use normally. Sometimes when I send there in the group, I do use $100, but it depends. Usually here on lives, I set the amount to $50 just to, because yeah, don't know what's gonna happen. So just to keep everything straight, I'm just putting right there. So okay, we still have a minute here on this candle, and then we're just gonna wait for the next candle and see what's gonna happen. So 50 seconds, we're just gonna wait for the next candle to open and to make the decision, okay, basically. So 40 seconds to go, and let's just wait. How are you guys doing, by the way? Are you just fine, chilling and watching the live, or you're just making your entrances as well? Are you following any signals of the group? How are you guys doing on that? Is it working for you guys? Any complaints? So 20 seconds to go. So just remember, we're not gonna do anything right now. We're just gonna do on the next candle. Now write this. Let's see this candle open, and let's see where it goes. If it goes down, it's, yeah, it's a little bit better in this case, but still, it's a little bit risky, but not that much. My concern here is that the price go way too up, and yeah, and it might seem like a problem, but it's pretty volatile here. So it went out from the zone of interest, which is not good by itself, but at the same time, you know, it's returning to the same price. So in this case, we're going to buy at 1045. All right, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna buy at 1045, even though we have a pretty long candle here. We're gonna buy GBP CHF 1045. Okay, all right, so let's take a look here on the next news that we have. So the last one that we actually read was Raspberry Pi profits drop in first results since IPO, and the next one is just an opinion. 10 weeks after 10 weeks that the shock the world. What? 10 weeks that shocked the world. Okay, 10 weeks since Trump. Okay, makes sense. Okay. So 10 weeks since Trump actually entered and started this administration. It must be. I mean, yeah, anyways. So it's Financial Times. Probably they're talking about the tariffs. So yeah, of course, 10 weeks. Makes sense. Is it 10 weeks already? So 10 weeks would be two. Is it 3 months? Okay. Interesting. Anyways, so let's just take it off here from the screen, and let's just wait. So we still have 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Let's just hope we still have the same payout, and of course the same candles that are green. Okay, so let's just hope that happens and we don't get a loss here just because of this goddamn signal. Okay, so 10:42. Like I said, we still have 2 minutes and a half to go. Pretty good. Seems fine. So this is gonna be, by the way, our third entrance. All right, third entrance. And yeah, let's just wait and see what happens. So 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Hope we don't get any losses here today, but so far so good. It doesn't seem like we're doing anything too risky, unless of course things change from last second. Might happen as well. But as you can see right here, the price actually went up from like an unexpected time here on 6 in the morning, and of course as well as here the price went down, and that was around the time that we actually talked about. But right now the tendency, it's an uptrend, right? So probably the next candle is going to be a green candle, which already favors us, right? Already it works in our favor for sure. So okay, a minute and 20 seconds. Don't forget, we're going to buy GBP CHF at 10:30. Okay, not 10:30, sorry, at 10:45. Just don't forget that it's UTC -3, and to set here your candles to M5, and of course your time here to 5 minutes. All right, then the amount of money you choose. So 50 seconds to go. We have 82% of a payout, which is good. Putting in $50, you're gonna get 91, which is perfect. It's gonna get 41 of payout. Pretty fine. 30 seconds. I do need sunscreen right now. But anyways, let's just ignore that and let's continue. But I'm gonna need sunscreen pretty soon. So 18 seconds. Just prepare yourselves. Just put your hands on buy. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. So let's just hope that this price goes up. Okay. I hope this price just spikes up, you know, and it doesn't happen the same thing that it just did. But I don't think it's gonna happen that, right? I think the chances of that happening is just too low, honestly. But this candle was red a few minutes ago, and then it ended up to be green, which is, you know, fine. But if this candle is a little bit green, perfect. It's just perfect. So let's just wait right here. A minute and 20 seconds. That's it. Minute and 20 seconds. So let's check it out. The next news that we have. So New York Times now. The New York Times. Let me just raise here because I cannot read. All right, now I can read. So big psychological boost for Democrats in string of elections. So yeah, by the way, yeah, I forgot about that, but United States actually is going through the government elections. I mean, of course it's a government, but it's like a stage role. But yeah, that's it. The state's election, right? So the governors are going through this election. I believe it's governors and also mayors. So yeah, interesting. So this one is all about politics here. So we're gonna take a look into this other news later. Okay, let's just focus on our candle here, which is, by the way, our third entrance. Okay, so third entrance. We still have 3 minutes to go. This candle just cannot be red. That's the only thing. It can be green, just a little bit green, and it would be fine, right? Since it's not doji, of course. But yeah, so 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Let's just wait and see. I just hope that this price just spikes up. I'm sorry for those who actually sold, but yes, I hope this price just spikes up. So right now is yeah, right now it's kind of like hard to choose what's gonna be our next one, but probably we're going back to GBP USD. I mean, I don't know. Just only if the price it's better at that time. By the way, let me just check a few things here. So one of the things that I'm gonna check actually after, let me prepare my Geo just in case. And the first thing that I'm gonna check there is the situation on GBP USD, if it's a good situation or not. It doesn't seem like it. It seems like it's going up and down all the time. But it's 53%. The payout is bad. It's just bad. Straight up bad. But it doesn't seem like we have any other option here. So yeah, we might actually go there. Or we can just wait at 11:15 and choose one of these other ones again. So yeah, I think we're just going to GBP USD and just wait there. So a minute and 10 seconds to go. Right here, so far so good. Doesn't seem like any problems that we're having. So let's just wait and see. 50 seconds. And after that, of course, we can go to a 10:15, 10:15 one. Maybe even go back here to GBP CHF or going to Euro Japanese yen. Not sure, but yeah, we can do that for sure. So 30 seconds to go. Just wait and see, but so far so good. 82% of a payout, $91, which is going to be 41 in profit. I mean, seems pretty fine. Nothing to complain here. Of course, could be better, but nothing's perfect, right? I mean, sometimes it is. But anyways, 10 seconds here to go. So far, so good. I'm not even gonna put my hand on the mouse because I'm fine. I'm pretty fine. I'm pretty sure that's gonna happen. Perfect. All right, win. Probably the best win that we had so far because it's $91, and it's also like on the first candle. Of course, the second entrance that we did was also on the first candle, but anyways. So let's go to GBP USD, which is gonna be at 11. Okay, so at 11 we're gonna have. Is that it? Yeah. So GBP USD seems like the price is pretty much stable right here. So yeah, seems like it. Okay, so we're going to buy. Okay, so this one was the first one that we did, and we actually had a gale. It was in here, in this situation here, I guess. It was no 940, let's say 10. So 10. So this was the one. Okay, so this was the one that we had a loss on the first one, and this is the one that we started. Okay, so yeah, this is the one that we started, and we got a gale. Okay, so yeah, I'm not sure if I want to go back to this signal since it's, you know, 51%. But let's wait here and let's see. Maybe in the next 10 minutes the price just goes up a lot, and yeah, we have better chances. I don't know, not sure. But if we do, why not? Even though it's 51%, it's still not that bad. I mean, it's bad, but it's not, you know. Yeah, I don't think it's worth all the time. But anyways, so let's just wait and see, and let's check it out. Some other news that we do have right here. So we do have 8 minutes before our next entrance, maybe a little bit more, depends what we're going to do. But about the United States again, Democrats show polls, 6 takeaways from Tuesday's election. So Tuesday's was yesterday. So interesting. Um. So yeah. And the third one, liberal wins Wisconsin court race despite Musk's millions. So yeah, that's it. Interesting, pretty interesting. So, anyways, let's just take it off. And all right, so we're gonna end right here the transmission because we're gonna have to wait until 11 and nothing seems really good so far. So far we do have 3-0. That's perfect. And if you do have any questions, just don't forget to follow us on the Telegram channel. You can see the link right here on the description, okay? So you can see free signals, okay, right there. So you don't have to pay anything. You just have to go there and watch the signals if you do want. And every day we're gonna have lives here from Monday to Friday, all right? So thank you so much for watching. See you another time.